The producers is celebrating its 50th anniversary, and as part of that, it was doing a Phasma event, showing the movie on the big screen again, and have like an introduction with Mel Brooks. And I went to see it, and it's such an amazing movie that it's great to see on the big screen.
It's so simple. Step one, we find the worst plane in the world, a surefire plot.
Springtime for Hitler.
Step two, I raise $1 million and a lot of little old ladies in the world.
I love you.
What?
I love you.
What?
I love you!
So this is an absolute classic, and it is the first film by Mel Brooks. And it's so interesting that he talked, for the intro of the movie, he talked about how when he first got it, they wouldn't let him on set. Like, the security guard didn't believe that he was a director. Like, this skinny little Jewish kid, that he was actually directing a movie. And, it's so amazing that, the stars line makes such a perfect film. Especially, Zero Mostel and Gene Wilder. They are such an amazing performance. Especially Zero Mostel, he does such a work with his face that it's just impressive. And you see that, watching it again on the big screen, you see that some of the stuff almost, shouldn't work. He's the first-time director, but somehow everything comes together and it works so perfectly. You never expected it to work so well. And it is a masterpiece. But it's funny because, after watching it, I watched Mel Brooks' second movie, and it's pretty bad. But then his third movie is Blazing Saddles, so it's that he was going to be an amazing director and writer, and this is his debut movie, and it's an excellent film. It's so funny, but so honest. It's so it's so interesting to think that it's released in 1967. And so, it's within 20 years of Hitler. So, to have, a movie kind of, making fun of him would be probably even, considered in poor taste even more back then. And, to do it so well in here, it's crazy. You don't think it would work. And it's really, it's about, these movie producer who's kind of down on his luck and is performing, these shows that play for one night, then fail, and then he gets to get the money for it. He kind of smooches with old ladies, and accountant played by Gene Wilder comes in to look at his bucks, and says looking at the movie and say, oh, you $2,000 wasn't accounted for, and they're like, just fudge it, and he thinks, in certain circumstances, a flop can make more than a hit. But the idea that if you sell a certain percentage of the stakes in the movie, and then if you oversold the stakes, and but then the movie failed, you wouldn't have to give anyone any money. But then if it succeeded, you have to give everyone a bunch of money, and it wouldn't work. So you have to make sure a sure flop. And they search for that movie, and they find it in the search for that play or musical, and they find that in Springtime for Hitler, and so much stuff happens that is really funny, and you get that they get these crazy people to make to do the dance and everything, and they get the horrible actors, but then everything combines to make something different, and it's one of the greatest moments. When things start to go wrong. And I love that, even there's, I don't think I have to worry about spoilers too much for this movie. It's 50 years old. But, there's this great, one of my favorite shows is Curb Your Enthusiasm. And for the one season, he went to New York, and he was gonna star as Max Bialystock. And as, Larry David was gonna be the star of the new Broadway version of The Producers, and against a little bit of spoiler for that, but the climax of that season is the same thing that happens in the movie The Producers, and it's just so funny how one of my favorite moments in that show, and I love how it works with the movie too. And the music in this, there's not I think they add more music for the actual musical of the show. But what they do have there is really well done and really funny. It's springtime for Hitler and Germany. Ba-ba-da-ba, winter for Poland and France. Well, we're moving at a faster pace. Look out, 'cause here comes a master race. Like, it shouldn't work, and it's kind of horrible, but it's funny, it's great. And, like, I love seeing a big screen because, I mean, they did a 4K restoration of the film, and it looks great on the big screen. Like, I know there's like one or two shots that look still kind of blurry and fuzzy, but I'm not sure if that's just they didn't have anything better. That's just what it looked like from the beginning. But you know, I mean, it's so great to see all these things on it, and like you see that it's some stuff that's slightly dated, like there's some sexism and some homophobia sort of stuff. But I think it's still funny, you know, even though it's kind of like it might be a little dated. You know, made the character Białystok Bloom, Białystok Bloom, good day. And you know that the characters are going, and the cross-dresser, you know, like there's some stuff that is a little dated, but I mean it's still funny. I mean I was laughing my ass off the whole movie, and it's too bad. Like when I saw it, you know, when I saw it, there wasn't much of a crowd. And it was like me and my brother, and then there was one person behind us that came in a little bit late, and I didn't hear one laugh from him the entire time. I'm like, I don't know what was wrong with him, but we were both just laughing our asses off. And it's a great movie, and I don't know if I think I don't know if they're doing the Phasm event like throughout the year, or if it's just a one-time thing. But I know like it's, you know, it's released in November, so I mean they could do another showing, but I'm not sure. But I mean, even if not, like you know, go find it elsewhere, because it's a great movie to see if you've never seen it, and if you have seen it, it's a great movie to come back and watch again. You know, it's such a funny movie. I just loved it. I really give it like a 9.5 out of 10 or something like that. I don't know. It's tough to rate a movie that like this, but it's so fun. And I just loved it. Well, thanks for watching. Check out the replay from my head, or subscribe to me over here. Thanks.